What is shaking? Missed last week. What's going on? Let's talk about the week. See who comes in the chat. I have myself a little snack while I'm waiting on some comments. Takes a couple minutes, I think. Or maybe everybody's upset with me because I didn't show up last week. No call, no show. What was I doing? Let's see. Center a little bit too much there, bud. Holy cow, we got some people in here. What was it? Look out. Oh, boy. Whatever. All right. X-File, snacky snack. Yeah. I need something sweet. Hanging out with the old-time welder too much this week. I have all that bitter. I need something sweet. He's not even on here yet. Oh, that's good stuff. Drinking this stuff, drinking coffee, thirsty, hungry. What's going on, AgTech 45? How is my Canadian friend doing today? One of them. Neil K. Good to see you too. Kentucky Tech, I appreciate that. Hey, Expo. Hey, Kentucky Tech. So what are we going to talk about? What did I do this week? Oh my gosh. I went out on, let's see. What did last week and this week bring? Crazy, crazy stuff. Let's see. Gonna see if you busy tonight, Kentucky Tech? I listened to some podcasts. I want to talk about that stuff. But I haven't sent a link out or had anybody on as a guest in a while. Well, let's bring your electrical issues to the table, Kentucky Tech. If you want to, I'll send you a link. Would you like that? Every day, get a little closer to taking a bath with a toaster, right? Is that how the song goes? Let's go here. Yeah, this one. I do all this clicking, clickety, clackety, clack, clack, clack. Let's see here. Compose. We'll see if that works. Kentucky Tech just living the dream. Heck yeah, he is. Is the audio okay tonight or not? That was something I couldn't get my microphone to come on there. There it is. Let's see. That should be way better, I think. Once I get this over here, that should be way better than what it was. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I had a couple things this week. I actually performed a regen on a 50G successful with Jaltist. So I guess we got that going for us. It went successful. Everything was good. I had a PX8 that I went out on, and a Peterbilt that was from customer of mine, bought it from Texas. Has a hard no start. Had a no start to begin with. And then a hard start is what I ended up getting it to. The filter housing, the filter head was, he said when he got it, it was froze up coming from Texas, kind of like, Ryan Galletti. Oh, right on. Yeah, I should have you on sometime too, Ryan. Some night we'll have to, tonight's fine too, but if you're heading to the house, no worries there. So anyway, the filter head was cross-threaded, kicking the filter sideways. She was sucking air after he got it thawed out, and it should have started. But they still, where he bought it from, they said, you got to ether it to start it. So he did, and we got it running, right? Right on. No worries. Thank you for that. So the lift pump is not working. It's got a lift pump code. So I got the lift pump. I'll be coming over. I got the cylinders done on a different tow truck. I went out and looked at an electrical issue on an international tow truck. I looked at a chipper truck that was a 2021 with a no start. I think somebody left the dome light on. It's kind of what it seemed like to me. Okay, cool. Thanks, Ag Tech. Good evening, Bill Beckett. Yeah, so we got all that going on. I had a 160. I did a head gasket on, trying to get that finished up. I did a good video on the disassembly, and then got a little rushed on the assembly portion. And then I had a water pump on a 3306 that was kind of giving me some issues, but ended up being the impeller was slipping. So it was overheating and not causing circulation. The guy's heat would come and go, and then it would overheat once in a while. And it was kind of odd, but pull that front plate off, and the impeller was actually spinning inside there. At first, I thought it was a thermostat that was getting kind of goofy, but so I changed that first, and then I went to the water pump. So no big deal. Just took a little extra because it would come and go. You know what I mean? Like the overheat would come and go, and it was just an odd situation. But that's what was happening. The impeller was spinning and sticking every once in a while, and letting it flow, and then it wouldn't let it flow. So new water pump, good to go. What else we got here? Let's see what old. Let's see what Bill Beckett. No, we did not get 26 inches of snow today. Holy cow! Where are you at, Bill? We got 26 inches of snow. Greetings from Arizona class. Engines class started. 40-45 teardown. Blue 700R4 third gear coming back from the show. 700R4s. Those are the ones that have to have the kickdown for modulating pressure, right? I believe. But I think that's what they are. Excited to see. Hopefully they accomplish some good. Yes. Hopefully stuff like that accomplishes good stuff, you know? It has been a cold week. And I don't think it's letting up. Funny, my son even said at dinner, Heavy Wrench doesn't have an upcoming live post tonight, so are you going to watch a movie tonight? It's funny stuff. I was just trying to get stuff done. I had to go to the store, get some new work clothes, stuff like that. That's a pile of snow. It really is. Hello, XFL. Random naps from a long week. Hey, guys. Massachusetts tenants. 10 from Gillette Stadium. Oh, really? Right on. Hey, Diabolical. I'm sorry. I skipped right over there. Just read the hey, guys. Brian Meadows. Hello to you, too. Let's see here. Love the carbon videos. Water pump impeller problem. Put
gauge and water jacket. Thanks, man. That car's good stuff. Nice video. Keep them going. Yeah, I have not even had a chance to watch anything on YouTube or whatnot. It's just been too busy. I've been trying to jam and slam and, just get everything done as much as possible this week because the inside stuff and, I'm trying to get some outside stuff done, and it is what it is, Andy P, hi, how are you? Nice to have you in the chat again. I want to slow down on them a bit. I'm losing subs over them. Yeah, don't even worry about them, man. It's not, I don't know. It's a crazy game, right? Yeah, you're a tool channel because you build cars and work, right? Wonder. It's kind of funny. Broken Dave, how are you? Nice to have you in here. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when they, I don't know. Tool channel, regular channel. What do you do? What are you, right? Yeah, those subs are, yep. Yeah, right. I seen he got a pickup dropped off, so that's a pretty cool video. If I get a little time, we'll be able to actually watch it all the way through. Got a chance to use our new text Alexa several times this week and live with its versus the Autel I was using on road service calls. Works with Davey Packard very well. Yeah, so the Jaltis that I hooked up to the Packard did fine. I got a code for a VGT actuator, and I got to figure that out. So we'll see. I don't think I can get a turbo, but I think I get an actuator. So not really sure the direction to go on that yet. But like I said, the lift pump is bad for sure. So it's coming over for that. The oil pressure sensor is not reading at all. So I got to check into that. The water level sensor is broken off. So I got to check into that. There's all sorts of little stuff that has to be checked into. We're going to drain the coolant because of where it came from. And, it's been 4 degrees outside. Holy cow. Look out. Gentlemen, tell your wife to stop watching the live stream because you never know. You may be not the prettiest one in the room after this guy gets on. What do you think? Can you hear me back there? Kentucky Tech? Oh, he can hear me. He can hear me. You should see his face right now. He's got a grin from ear to ear. And, I mean, now it's perfect because I can see him. And nobody else can. He's just giggling like a schoolgirl.
Mm-hmm.
On. Oh, here he is.
I see.
I was giving your intro.
Yeah.
And, making sure stuff. Yeah, it's tools are the topic, man.
Tools are the man.
To get subscribers, right? You do tool videos, you're gonna get subscribers. That's just the way it is. That's kind of diabolical. And Ryan, we're talking just in the chat here a little bit. They were saying stuff about. He said he was losing subs because of his car build videos. And it's like, it is what it is. I mean, at this point, really though, I don't even.
It's hard.
I care, like I care about the subscriber, but I don't care about the subscriber persona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want the guy that's the group of people I've met through YouTube has been phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
the one that subscribes and watches the videos and comments and whatever, that's great, right? Like I appreciate it. And I'm not saying I don't appreciate subscribers, we'll put it that way. But I guess I'm gonna do what I do. If you like it, do it. If you don't, sorry I wasted your time. Like it is what it is. I've been on a very much it's been kind of a roller coaster with YouTube lately for me, here and there.
Well, I haven't uploaded a video since July, so.
Well, I know, and I was pretty much the same way. But let's talk about some butt connectors and how I want the reaction to the video message that I sent to you about what to do with that situation. Did you look up on the previous work order for who actually installed the 7.5 to 12 butt connectors per inch of wire? Two of them were touching, right? Literally, it looked like two of them were actually touching each other. The butt connectors were that close.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't two butt connectors touching. It was a butt connector and then a soldered piece of wire with heat shrink over it.
Oh.
And then an inch down the line, there's another.
It was a little tough to see how much trickery, we'll call it, was used in that, and I definitely would think only in Kentucky.
I should have made a video on it, and then I could have been the cringiest YouTuber of all time. You
could have been. It would have been. You could I would have helped you tee off a little bit, like I did. We could have went way beyond how hackety hack, man. Oh,
you should have. What was at the top?
I don't even want to know. Yeah. Like I don't even want. That was a train. That was like watching a train wreck, right?
Yeah.
What was I going to tell you about? There was something I was going to tell you about the other day that happened that I was like, oh. So I bought a car, right? I bought a car from some guy, right?
Yeah.
And it runs good. He sends me videos of it running, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I fired up and like trying to get the transmission to move. It's got no brakes hooked up to it, nothing, right? I just want to, out in the middle of the yard, want it to move forward and backwards so I can get it in and out, right? So I pull it in, I push it in, and then I get it up on the hoist, and I add a couple quarts of trans fluid, and she starts shifting and moving and whatever, right? So it's sitting there a while, and all of a sudden I see this dripping coming out of the bell housing of water. Okay, let's pull the trans and see what happened. Yeah, cracked block. So I'm like, okay, it's a water jacket. We'll be able to fix that up. No big deal, right? Should be okay. We'll figure it out. Well, then I decided, you know what? Let's check the oil and see what's going on and make sure everything's good. And let's pull the valve covers just to see. Well, I pulled the distributor first, and I couldn't find an oil pump drive rod. So there's a rod that connects from your oil pump to your distributor. Your camshaft turns the distributor on that forward, and then it drives the oil pump, right? Missing. No oil. The valve covers that he put on that were brand new on the inside. No oil ever came up to the top of the. And I know he ran it for a while because I watched the video of it running.
Just get you a little electric motor.
Yeah.
Put a tub of oil there. Just pump it straight into the engine. Then you can have you one of those fancy dry sumps.
Yeah, no, I don't know what happened to the I don't know what damage was done. Like bearings and what. No, it's got a cracked block. It ran without oil. Set her off to the side, you're done.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you got two little ones running around. You got a car that's still straight enough to see out of. Throw it in there, let them run around out in the field.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Teach them about the heartbreak of cars early.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so what else was I working on that I was going to tell you about? Oh, a 2021 Freightliner. That was weird. Dead batteries.
Yeah.
I had an older, well, not older, I guess, 2000, Final Tier 4, let's put it that way. Final Tier 4 Freightliner M2 tandem box truck with a 9-liter PX, or no, a Cummins 8.9 liter. So 9 liter.
Yeah.
I would call it a 9 liter, right?
And so that's what the ISL?
QSL or ISL? I don't know.
It's something like that.
Something like that, whatever it is.
They like their letters and numbers.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Whatever it was. It doesn't matter. But 9 liter. And I went over there and I had a whole bunch of codes when I first started. It took me 3 trips, but I got them down to where it needed a DPF. They put it on. I cleared the codes, and I haven't heard back from them in a couple weeks now. So pretty happy about that. Did all the resets with my Jaltist, and it worked fine. Everything's been working good. Performed a regen on a 50 John Deere, a little John Deere with a Yanmar in it. Worked out good. Did a regen. They had it locked up where it was service only, service mode, and I went in there and performed the full regen. So that worked out really, really well.
Well, aside from my electrical escapades this week, I drove an hour and 45 minutes to another shop to look at a truck. Driver was driving it, shut it off, wouldn't restart. Okay, no big deal. I figured they just missed something simple. Get there, they've already put a new starter on it. Hit the key. Won't budge. And I'm like, oh, it's hydrolocked. I'm like, he shut it off. An injector just filled up a cylinder,
Yeah.
Pop all 6 injectors out. Won't move. Like 480,000 mile DD15.
Okay, 15 liter.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
100. You said how much?
Like 480, 500,000.
Oh, so she's broke in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just broke in.
Yeah. But I was sitting there.
Which rod?
What?
Which rod was sitting against the block?
They called me back to the shop before I got to pull the oil pan. I was real disappointed. Yeah, it's sitting at a Freightliner dealership, but I was sitting there and I was like, this is just my luck. I get sent out, get some nice windshield time. Figure I'll get there, pop a fuse in the power net distribution module, be done. No, I'm sitting there. I borrowed a hose pick from one of the guys in the shop to pop the injectors out. Was having to use a half-inch drive 3/8 socket on a 12.10 millimeter bolt. Hey, man, that engine's got bigger problems. They ain't gonna have to worry about injector hold down bolts.
No, that's got issues, man. It's got more issues than we do. Did a video yesterday about how to make a battery cable. Has 1,400 views. Ag repair stuff is like under 100. I don't get it. Yep. Did you put OBS forward? Because that'll get you views.
Wait, he has a video with 1,400
views?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he said. That's more than.
I'm gonna go watch every single video, take notes. No, I'm gonna copy because
OBS Fords or stuff like that,
I'm gonna label all my videos. This is not about an OBS 7.3.
You just gotta get a 7.3 in the background and be like, "Yep, we're here to do a video about this 7.3." So this is what the video is actually about. You'd be super clickbait.
But it's not clickbait if it's in the video, though, is it?
No, that's what I mean. But you'd still be clickbait. Well, I'm not going to call you clickbait because there's nothing.
Well, I mean,
that is something though. Like if you see a guy that's all polished up and not looking like a,
mm-hmm.
A true mechanic, because there's something. I don't know. It's all good. First day we had to play with was a turbo VGT calibration. There's Kentucky 2. All them twos. There's some 2-2s. There's some 2-2s right there. Oh my God.
Oh man.
I can't even.
Yeah. Every time I think we've matured, it just pops right back up.
Yep. Every time it's gone, it comes to just Joseph Benjamins are very sorry. I screwed up. When you started in the diesel industry, was your mindset when it came to hitting the target? I'm on jobs. For me, it's PM services. What was your mindset when it comes to hitting target times on jobs? Do the best you can. So, what's that? What movie was that in? It was a movie where slow is fast.
Oh, Days of Thunder.
Yes.
Slow is fast and
fast is
loose, and loose is on the edge, out of control.
There you go. So that's what you got to think about. Like, if you take that mindset, which is a silly movie quote, right? And like, it really is. Like, let's be honest, right? It's a movie quote, but at the end of the day, slow is fast. So if you can become efficient, it's no different than like when you go to do a service, right? If you're going to do a full service, let's say a 2,000-hour service on a wheel loader, right? If I'm doing it, I'm going to pull that baby up and I'm going to start dropping the oil, right? While I'm dropping the oil, I'm spinning the filters off. While I'm getting the new filter set, good to go, I'm doing this, doing that, and I go from here to here to here, and I work my way around the whole machine, and then I'm done, right? And there's a method to my madness. It's like when I was doing PDIs, deliveries, pre-delivery inspections, right? You have to fill it with fuel, check all the lights, all the functions, all the stuff, right? Well, I'd see guys go out there and they complain about not making time and their efficiency rating coming down, right? I'm like, well, you stand at the fuel pump and you screw around on your phone, right? When I'm at the fuel pump, I leave it running. I get up there and I leave it all running. Everything's on, right? Sitting on the ground. I check my hydraulic oil. Number one, I check the hydraulic oil engine before it starts. Come over there after I run a little bit, check the hydraulic oil, check the trans oil. Or no, you check the hydraulic oil. Then I go around, I lift the boom all the way in the air and set the loader lock in, turn on all the lights, stick the hose in, start fueling it, check all my lights, do my walk around, check the tires, make sure there's no cuts in the tires, make sure all the paint looks good, check the bucket, check, you know what I mean? And you get a flow where you can do half of that PDI while you're filling it up with fuel. Then you go back to your checklist. And the same guy walk up to me. He's like, "Are you actually checking that stuff? You're just checking off a whole bunch of stuff." I'm like, I check the right turn signal, left turn signal. On the way back, I check the 4-wheel drive to make sure it's working. Like all those simple things. And that's what, if you take your time and build a process for you, and for you might have checked the stuff before something totally different. I mean, engine oil obviously first, right? But at the end of the day, your process is your process, man. And once you figure it out, you'll be all set.
Yeah.
let's see here. We're way behind on comments because we're chatting like a couple of schoolgirls. Really? Me? Or
yeah, no, of course they're talking about you.
Gotta be talking about this guy.
I mean, they can't even see like 30% of my face.
I know the full beard definitely improves your looks. Met some awesome guys like Phil on YouTube, and they've had some awesome support from the people. Yeah, that's awesome. You know, Everyday Fleet Tech. Holy cow! How you been? Nice to see you.
You don't wrap duct tape. You wrap electrical tape, and then you zip tie.
Yes.
Where you twisted the wires together.
So if you ever want to, figure out how the wiring, I wish I could show a picture of what you had because it was a train wreck. So like,
I wish I would have saved the pictures and that video.
The guy that did it, his head was so far up there, he sees tomorrow's breakfast.
Well,
that's how far his head was up his own.
So I ended up cutting all the wiring right there at the taillight, pulling it down out of the bottom, cut back as far as I could, cut out all the butt connectors, made.
Like
I know. Weird, right?
You made 2 connections instead of 20?
Yeah. Put 18 inches of wire in. That way, whenever I got back up to the top, I actually had room to work. I know.
Oh, no.
Blew my mind.
You gave yourself extra, did you? Who would have thunk? You remember those box lights? Did you ever have to deal with those where they had it was like you laid the 2 wires in the light housing, and then you screwed the light housing in, and it just had 2 prongs that pricked the wire. I think that's the only thing that I would say is worse than a Scotch lock. Because then all you do is, like, the old guy was like, hey, just move it down a little bit. It'll be fine. So he'd literally move the wire, prick it again, and then the next time it'd be wintertime, it'd be in half right there. You lose the whole box light, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Lights are horrible. They should have used Scotch locks, yeah. At that point, they might as well. With what I seen on your picture, they might as well just use Scotch locks. Then they could at least attach an extra wire to get around some stuff. You know?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, so to improve your target times on PM services, you have to start doubling up. You have to take and figure out how long it's going to take to drain that oil and do something while that oil is draining that you can come back to and check on the draining oil. You can't get distracted, though. That's the tough part. So while you're dropping that engine oil, you got to be spinning those filters. You got to be changing the air filter. That's really
try to knock out as many of those small jobs as you can. Like if you have to put an HVAC filter in and it's right up top, throw your windshield wipers up there, grab your HVAC filter, throw your filter in, throw the wipers on. Those are both done. I mean,
yeah. Had a coworker. Yeah. It's crazy. Stephen B, how you doing? Nice to see you in the chat. That's actually my cousin. Like, legitimately.
That's your cousin?
Yeah, legitimately my cousin. I don't know. I think he's legitimate. He might be illegitimate. Or I might be. Who knows? There's nothing legit. Too legit to quit. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Get back some of that money all of us have
How does that work? I bought a crud buster. You see those air crud busters?
Which is that the one, the long tube with the holes in the side?
No, it's a wheel. It's like a spinning wheel. You can put like a goo gun or a wire wheel on the end of it. And it's air powered, and it's just like a wire brush type deal. Yeah. I don't know, whatever. He had a lot of them, and he was trying to sell them. And he really, the first time I seen one, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It'd be cool for, cleaning stuff off or whatever. And It'd be kind of neat to have, And I was like, damn, no, not for that price. Well, now he had like 7 of them on his truck, and that price, I'm like, I'll take it for that.
Well,
so
one day my Snap-on dealer had a deal on shallow impact 3/8 drive sockets.
Okay.
So the normal list price is like $236 for the metric set.
Yeah.
Got them for $141.
Touche. Nice.
Well, that is ironically about the same price as what Mac wants for a shallow set. So yeah, I have to cancel my order.
Yeah. You send them to me, that's fine. Everybody saying hi occupant, everyday fleet tech, hi all-time welder, broken Dave. What's up? Possibly. Joshua, possibly. Nice to have you.
Man, didn't he just have a birthday last year?
He did have a birthday last year. I don't remember when it was, though. Hey, Josh, old-time welder. I'm teaching you not to take gifts from strangers. Yeah. So,
after that bottom step, it's all consensual.
Yeah. What's up, gentlemen? Snap-on parked his truck inside for the storm. One thing about YouTube is just like normal life. People I sub to answer me right away when I praise them, but won't sub to me. Screw them. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Get a lottery ticket. 12,000 views in 28 days, but the OBS is getting views at all. Oh, really? I figured that one would take off like crazy. After recently working on rescue, YouTube has a lot of horrible information. You ain't lying. What else did I do this week? Man, it's been so wild. I sent you some
set of door cables. I replaced a set of door cables and the operator, but they bought the wrong operator, so I had to take the old one down, pull the springs off, put the brand new springs off the new one on, put it all back up in there. That was just Friday. Then I got to deal with that electrical.
Dude. Yeah, tire pressure. Do it on.
You would be shocked.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, label it how to check your tractor tire pressure, and you will get every person this spring that has a flat tire in their lawnmower.
Mm-hmm. How to check and refill.
Yeah.
Like in the description, throw in like refill or something like that.
Air up a tire. How to check and air up a tire, and you just point to your valve stem, and you'd be like.
Well, I mean, that's how Chris Fix got big.
You'd be the next Whistling Diesel. Send her to the moon. That's the other thing people like. Shit sent to the moon. That's what I should have done with that engine. I took it apart, though. I was so pissed. I took it all apart. Like, it was down to blocking heads and out of the car and outside. It's out. I literally threw it outside when I found the cracked block and the no oil. Literally took the intake off, stripped it down, and took the block and just dumped it out like by the scrap pile.
Oh.
Done with it.
So what you need to do,
302.
Pull the pistons, flip it over, fill it up with some of those little jars of stuff that you got to mix it and shake it, set it out in the field, record it all, get you, how do I word this? Initials are AP.
Yep.
Yeah, and there you go. Whole new community. I guarantee nobody's ever done that before.
Yeah, like a nap. Yeah. Yeah.
You think we could get a tank?
No. I mean, there's people that have worked on tanks. Checklist. Think you're an airplane pilot or something? No, but that's what you do. When you're PDI in a backhoe, there is literally like 10 pages to fill out of checklists on when you get a brand new backhoe. Like you have to check the pressures, check all this. It's horrible. Is interest opening for diesel instructor, Peoria, Arizona. For the winter months or all year? Just saying. Yeah. It was literally 4 degrees. 4, right? And then it felt like -9 the other morning. My service truck was going. It was doing this. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? Now you could hear
I know it sounded good.
Oh, it sounded great. And then it was, as soon as she fired it, it did the whole whoa, whoa. It was great. It was, I mean, it was telling me, no. So it's in the barn tonight, thawing out. Because it's been a week that it's been outside. So I figured I'd pull her in for the weekend and let her thaw out. And man, them tools, when it's 4 degrees outside, them tools are cold, baby. Yeah, the other morning, that's when I went out to start that brand new truck. No block heater plugged into it, no nothing. Got on her with so the batteries were completely dead. Literally, you turn the key on, nothing. Not
Did you put
light,
water in them?
Not a nothing. I did. So I checked the level of the water, and they were empty, which means they were dead. So the batteries were dead. So I filled them right full. No, I hooked my JNC jump and carry to it, and it gave me like a crank and a half before it was like, I don't like this, you know. So I had to hook my truck to it, and then once I hooked my truck to it and that JNC, it fired right up and ran. I was like, the guy's looking at me like, well, last time somebody came out, it was a fuse, and I was like, and then I reached up and pushed the dome light, and then I sat in the truck and waited 20 minutes for the dome light to go off, and the dome light actually went off, and then I pushed it again, and it didn't go off, and I'm like, I think that was the case. Like, somebody left the dome light on. I have no idea. Like, I'll tell you, but it's cold. I'm cold, and I need to go back. So it took me about 3 hours in total, I think, to drive out there. It was almost a 45-minute drive. I'll
tell you right now, one mechanic is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Why did you take out all the butt connectors? Now 90% of the electrical won't work on the vehicle.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. I went to start the truck to pull it out of the shop, wouldn't start, flashing on the dash, electrical issues. And I was just like, you're kidding me. Someone had decided to pull the TCM fuse and put it in a different slot. Don't know who did it. Nobody would fess up to it. Everybody was just like, oh.
Oh, he's got a crud buster too. His birthday's fly by. Diesel Dude from Kentucky. Hello, how are you? Did a whistle on diesel feel it would crack you up? Yeah, someday. I mean, don't. Yeah. Yeah, I seen a tool truck. I actually bought, you know, the 100th anniversary 1/4-inch drive set.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just have it as a set now. Yeah, I bought it. It had, because my 1/4-inch has just been a shit show. Like, I don't use it that much, but I'm getting to use it more and more. And it's like, man, I need those mid lengths. I need the shallows. And it's a hodgepodge set that I have, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to break down and buy the complete set with the ratchets, 2 ratchets in it, extensions, the whole 9, right? Just be done with it. And I asked my guy, I'm like, do you have that 100th anniversary set? He's like, no, I don't have one of those. And then he sent me a picture. He's like, I got this one, which is the 100th anniversary set, just not 100th anniversary anymore because they put it in a different box and different, whatever. It doesn't matter. Looking back, I should have bought the 100th anniversary set because the 100th anniversary set I think was a little cheaper. But whatever. Rudy, how are you? We're doing good. Talking to Kentucky Tech, my old pal.
I don't know. I did buy the 2 ratchet set, the 3/8 and the quarter drive, long handle, flex head, soft grip, 100th anniversary stuff.
Yep.
Still sitting in my toolbox in the package. I opened up the case, took them out, shined them up real nice, put them back in it.
Did you?
Yeah. Maybe Snap-on will go out of business or something, and I can put my kid through.
Yeah. Oh man, I should have taken a video. So I got some gift cards for Snap-on and for Harbor Freight, right? So,
wait, you doing a giveaway or something?
What did I do? I took the Snap-on had its own little like cardboard folding, sleeve, right? I took the Snap-on one out, put the Harbor Freight one in there, handed it straight to my Snap-on guy. And he opened it up. He's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Same company, right?" I mean,
that's what everyone on YouTube says.
Just throw a post out there on Facebook, and you'll get told that Harbor Freight's the same company, and they're gonna buy Snap-on someday.
No, Harbor Freight already owns Snap-on, Phil.
Oh, that's right.
Do I have to tell you this?
See, that's what I tried telling him, but he would not take that gift card. He wouldn't. He straight up told me no, he can't accept it. I'm like, but they own you.
I'll tell you right now, haters are going to hate.
Oh, crazy. Oversized batteries in vehicles. If it needs 800 amps, put 60. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just keep piling them on.
Yeah.
North Ontario. -34. -4 on Friday. Phil's been inside all week. Don't feel sorry for him. I've been outside tending cows. Yeah. Tecton quarter-inch, cheap and great. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I mean. It is what it is. Old time. Yes, he loses my tools daily. He throws them away or something, sells them. I'm going to check his Facebook marketplace because I think he's selling my tools on me. Yeah, so I'm also trying to build, some stuff up as well. I caught the comments, just so you know. 26 people in the chat tonight. I kind of like that. It's nice. It's manageable.
They need like a button that you can push so like confetti shoots out on the screen. Be like, I caught the comments. Boom.
I know. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is. Doesn't Phil help you with the cows? He should. Dang, Ag Tech. You're going to get cut right out of the wheel for that white box. Keep talking like that.
Well, it was me and Ag Tech who put claims on it. So this means that box is coming to Kentucky, right?
It might. You never know. I do make it to Kentucky more than I make it to Canada. Like 3 weeks ago, I made it down there. Not close to you, but into the state. I was trying to call for clearance to make sure I was allowed in Kentucky because you never know. I mean, you are kind of the mayor of Kentucky.
Well, I'll tell you this. Next time you're in Kentucky and you're going down a road you're unsure, as long as you don't pass the last power pole, you're good.
Dude, I think I passed the last power pole and turned, and it was... Dude, I'm telling you right now, I seen some things. Like, who has a 12-foot rooster for yard art? Okay.
That not normal?
The road I was going down, the guy tells me, come, like, this is the road, whatever. And he's like, yeah, it's a paved road. until you get to this place, and then you got to come up this big hill, and he lives like in the like whatever. And I'm like, okay, so I'm cruising on this road, and I'm like, I got a 35-foot trailer behind me, right? And it's as wide as my truck, the road is. It's a 1-lane road. I'm like, what happens when I get down? Like, I don't know what's going to happen here. Then I meet a car. I have to get completely off the road. They have to get completely off the road. So half of our vehicles are on the road, and we almost hit. And I'm like, what happens when I get loaded with 2 cars in this thing? Oh, no. Not going to be good.
You made it just
It all worked out. It all worked out because I met cars at driveways. They pulled over into the driveway and waved. I was like, thank you. And I don't know, man. It was pretty wild where I had to go because it was definitely wild. Up this mountainside type of deal, and it was wow.
As long as you can see the power poles, telephone poles, or anything, you're good. There's running water, electricity there. Whenever they stop, that's where you get concerned.
Yeah.
I mean,
he hides when I show up to feed. No, I don't. I stay in the shop. There's no hiding. I'm just working. Any other hunting spot? Michigan is looking good. Don't be trying to claim my box. Harbor Freight might have been able to buy Snap-on before messed up their marketing plan. Surprised Stanley or someone hasn't tried to buy them. What's up, Ed T? I don't know. They're only on main roads.
Okay, I'm not even gonna get into it. They've buried all the fiber optic cables. So
Northern. What would you consider where I went to? I don't even know the name of the town, and I don't really want to publicize it too much. But it was Northern Kentucky.
Technically, yes.
Technically, Northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm not really even 71. I think is the. I took 75 to 71. Oh, I was down there. I passed the NASCAR track. Where's that at?
Let's see. Well, no, I remember the name of the town you were in. And it was right there.
I was due south of like Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Like by an hour or so. That was it. I wasn't in Kentucky very long.
Yeah.
I made sure of that because you warned me about it. And I said, get in, get out. No, it was all good.
Yeah. Hey, guys, there's going to be this feller with a funny accent coming through.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the worst part is when I went down there to meet this guy, he sounded just like you. No difference. Power poles are fence posts. There you go. Didn't even film it. No, I didn't. I should have. I should have did it here, man. It was close. So I'm going up this dirt hill 2-track, right, with my truck and trailer, and he tells me when you get to the top of the hill, there's a white building. That's the animal shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, right? He's like, you keep going down there until you get to a gate. And I'm like, okay. And so I ended up finding it, and pulling up his driveway, which was like 2 miles long, curved. And when I went up his driveway, it was such a steep grade. The back of the trailer, I actually graded his driveway on the way in and the way out for him. So there wasn't any rain runoff ditches in the driveway anymore. I just leveled them right in. It was perfect. I was close to Louisville. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I screwed it all up.
No.
So yeah, that's where I was, by Louisville.
Fancy looking Peterbilt on my Instagram. No, I wish, but
Old coal roads is when you get in trouble.
Yeah, but that's what
me talk. The worst part is though, I talked to him just fine. It wasn't even like it was a big deal. And he asked me where I was from, and I was like, I'm like 30 miles north of Detroit. His eyes were like, what? Detroit? Yep. Yep. See, that's the thing, though. It's just it is what it is. I felt totally comfortable for the most part. I don't know. There was one little section though that was kind of sketchy. I don't know why there was that many coolers next to a crick bed in the middle of nowhere. Does that make sense or not?
What was it?
Like coolers, like beer coolers,
Mm-hmm.
just out next to a crick, all lined up.
Oh, they're probably riding horses.
I don't think that this was like that. This was
if it wasn't somebody riding horses, that was probably a special delivery of some clear stuff.
That's what I didn't know what was going. I just kept my eyes straight and kept trucking. Like I didn't even see it.
You might not have seen nobody, but
I felt the eyes. The woods.
I guarantee somebody was watching those coolers.
Dude, I had no clue what was going on. I just was doing what I did. Step deck only trackster. It's fun for the one. Yeah, absolutely. Kentucky Tech should buy Snap-on. So they got beer money between them. we could. I mean, go out on a limb, buy Snap-on tools. Maybe then we could have a tap and die set that we could sell.
Well, I mean, if we wait like 50 years, we might be able to sell my 100th anniversary stuff. And
people around Detroit, not sure. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We're not. I mean, you know, look at our track record of some of the most popular people that we've put out there, and as far as like singers and stuff, we got Nugent, Kid Rock, and Eminem, and then if you current, I'd say them was our current people, right? And then we had all those other people. Man, Detroit's a rocking city. It's just you just got to be careful.
Yeah, but you guys also have the Lions, so.
That's that football team that that's the minor league team. That's the minor leaguers. That
you saying they're like that JUCO team that get that Alabama plays at the start of every season?
Yes. So it's like they're in all reality, the Lions are really just a good stepping stone. I mean, look at Stafford. He left the Lions and he's actually winning. Holy cow. Who would have thought? Let's see. The Heavy Wrench. Do you have tons of cat thefts around you? Police have been setting up video surveillance at new car dealerships. Not so much in my area, but yes. Did Michigan send some trucks up to Canada for the convoy? I don't know. Tell you the truth. Kid Rock and Eminem are my people. I'm not gonna lie.
What's up, man?
How's it going? Nice to have you here. It's a dog. In the Big Ten, Sparty, absolutely. Yeah. So I would think that the Lions are kind of like they're kind of like the practice squad for all the real teams in the NFL. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, they get a win, and it's good for the practice squad to have a win.
Well, they won one game this year.
I know, and I think they tied one.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't lose.
Set a record though.
They have set lots of records.
Yeah, they were the first team to lose 2 games in a row with a last-second field goal.
Yes, and they are also somebody that I think they have a record for Hansen, the kicker, having the most points per game average over the running backs in a season. I think that's a real thing.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but
yeah. No, it's all good.
I mean, right now should be the perfect time to get season tickets. Probably give them away for free. And then if they get good, you could sell your season tickets.
If they get good. You realize how much talent that the Lions have had?
Well,
let's be honest right now.
They had a couple okay guys, but I mean they don't play for the Lions anymore.
Time out. Let's just throw a few names out there. Barry Sanders was a GOAT. He would have been the most famous running back of all time if he played anywhere else. Period. So you had him. Then we can go recently. You had Calvin Johnson, Ndamukong Suh. You have Stafford was good. Charlie Batch was horrible when he played for the Lions. He went on to do great things. Like you could just go on for days of all the guys that were successful not with the Lions. It's insane.
See, this is why investing is risky.
You ain't lying there.
Yeah, but I guarantee nobody else is thinking of it.
Joe grew up in Detroit proper, which means actual Detroit, which means south of 8 Mile. Because 8 Mile actually on the north side is Warren, I believe. So it's a different town. So the actual city of Detroit is not as big as, a lot of people didn't grow up in actual Detroit, but so the north side of 8 Mile, I believe, where Eminem was actually lived was north of Detroit, outside the city limits. But 8 Mile's the line of Detroit. Targeted strange trailers at the borders. The stuff I think some can drive through. Lucas, how you been? We're doing good. I had a real bad experience yesterday at my local GM dealership. That will have to be a phone conversation. I thought I was going to jail. Oh no.
Ooh.
Good evening, fine
What's
folks.
up, Theo?
Why? How are you, Theo? Yeah. Theo, RG was a service writer, consultant. They're horrible idiots. Could be replaced with a web page. Kentucky, I go to the Green Bay game every year in Detroit. You get the bottom 4 rows from the end zone for $70. Fact, cheap tickets. I mean, if you want to see a good team play, they play a lot of them. And it's like Ford Field is the greatest place for visiting teams, fans to come to because it's not a guaranteed win, but pretty close. All right. Okay, time for kid game time. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it.
See you, bud.
So, what else let's see what else I have on my. I'll tell you here in a little bit. Oh, I had a Mobark chipper that had a coolant level sensor go bad in it. That was a pain in the butt. It was a Cummins engine. It is what is in that one? So it's a wood chipper with a QSB. I think it's a 6.7. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's bigger than that. But either way, it's a CM850. So IT4. Coolant level sensor. Got that replaced for the guy. Let's see here. What else do I got on here? The Crud Buster. Got some new water pumps sitting there. Starter. Thermostat. The old time Waller cutting the rim down. Let's see. Oh, I tore apart an old 861 rear axle. Yeah, that's about it, man. We've been
Did you get the cat run? You pulled the head on.
Yeah, the John Deere. Yeah, yep.
Or that
Yeah, the excavator.
no, the cat. It was a semi or dump truck.
That was a while ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's been.
Yeah, you posted the teardown video and
Oh, dude, that was October.
left us all hanging. We're all sitting here yearning.
That was the truck I had to do the water pump on.
Oh,
I had that truck. That video is from October. The teardown, like it was done deal in October, and the water pump just failed. That's the one because there was nothing wrong with the water pump as far as I knew. And I was like, well, it's a gear-to-gear drive, right? And it's the impeller steel. It should be it's a water pump. It's not leaking. Everything seems fine. And talked to the customer. They said, yeah, we'll just let it rip, man. Whatever. Yeah, so I mean, that was a done deal. I just did a head gasket on a 160C LC that I got kind of finished up. I did the teardown. Got a great video teardown. Going back together, it was like push, trying to get it done, and I never fired up the camera for putting it together. So when I pull it back in, I'm going to do kind of a synopsis video on, kind of like what I did, and I don't remember if I got anything putting it back together or not, but it's tough right now, man. I'm just trying to keep my head above water. When the Rams are still in town, they're giving away hot dogs and beer, trying to get people to come to the stands.
Yeah, that was back whenever they had like Frank Gore and all that. That was way after Kurt Warner left. The Rams were pretty close, so may have followed them a little bit growing up.
Well, been busy. Everybody's been busy, it seems like. I talked to a guy at a truck shop, independent truck shop, the other day. Yeah, it's horrible. Frozen DEF fluid this week, Kohler EFI engines. I'm over the cold. My 21 back to the dealer, it went bad. Till I walked in the shore. Yeah. No, so what was I saying? I'm lost.
We were talking about a water pump.
Yeah, the water pump. And then the video. And then where was I going with that? I don't even know anymore. I started reading some stuff, frozen stuff, that stuff. Truck shop. Yeah. I call it a truck shop, independent truck shop that I know a guy he's like the foreman of the place. And I was talking to him about something. I was like, hey man, how you doing? He's like, dude, we got 9 guys in our shop. And I stopped taking work, period.
Whoa.
He's like, we are at least 3 months out with 9 guys. We're done. We're stopping. Nobody can drop anything off. Don't drop it off. I can't fit anything else in the yard. It's over until I get caught up. He's like, not happening. And I'm like, holy cow. Because I'm weeks out right now. I should probably be working right now and to try to catch up. But you know what I mean? It's what it is. It's it is what it is. Let's see here. Country Mile, I wish it was. Hope you're doing well too, Black Smoke. Nice to see you. Have a good one, Dave. Hello, Black Smoke. They didn't pay me till the loan cleared. I passed my truck on the road yesterday. They sold it. They sold it before they paid you. Wow. That's not cool.
They might have some shady business practices.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Either that or somebody's skimming off the top of the bank account.
Yeah, who knows, right? You can drop it off. I'll give you a code. Make sure you write your information down like in paint marker on the boom, because a tag won't work. It'll be sitting there for a while, bud.
Yeah. He'll have it ready by the weekend. Just
what are you doing?
We don't know.
Talk to a guy with a cat grade def dosing pump. None in North America.
Yeah.
I don't give a title without cash. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, without it being a verified transaction. I've went to their bank before and cashed a check for a large purchase, large sale. You know, like whatever their bank is, you go there and then you can cash it. Looks like we got somebody in there that's one of the moderators will have to take care of.
You don't have to figure out what language that is later. Oh,
yeah. Who knows?
Oh, no, never mind. It just updated. Oh, I don't know what it did. Yeah, what?
Oh, really? Samuel. Dang, reckon it. It's all junk when it's broke.
Hold on. Is that the Samuel? Are you the kid who came in a couple months ago asking for advice?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah. Well, how did it go? If that's you, I mean, if I'm wrong, just say, hey, you're wrong. I'm used to it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both married men. We get told we're wrong a lot.
But if that was you, give us an
update. You can't say I'm wrong.
I get told I'm wrong a lot.
Yeah.
Even when I'm right, I'm wrong.
You know what they say? Marry a smart one.
Yeah. It has something to do with that little thing right there. Uh-oh.
It's not here. It's on the ankle.
It's on her nightstand.
Yeah. She keeps it in her purse. It's all good. No, Samuel, if you're he was a kid looking for some advice, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the name sounds familiar.
That's me. I'm still here at Cat Dealership, learning every day. Good deal.
That's awesome. I mean, been pretty good for you. You learned a lot. I mean, did any of our advice help? I think this might be one of the first times we've actually had somebody return. So,
Yeah, no doubt.
Did we give you good advice? Because, I mean, if we didn't,
If we gave him bad advice, do you think he'd still be in here?
He might be holding a grudge, Have you had any videos get reported lately?
Nah, not that I know of. I don't check. They haven't stopped me from live streaming, so.
Yeah, just go through your video list and see if any of them have the little yellow monetization deal.
Yeah, we start talking about some sensitive information on here. I don't know. There was one emissions video I got hammered on. Oh, and you got to call it an impact wrench. You can't call it anything else. Let's see. Black smoke. Did you get buried in snow yet? I'm right all the time when I'm alone.
Hey, I talk to myself all the time because sometimes I need expert advice.
That's true. Cat seems to be one of the corporations that's not entirely evil. Not really. I mean, they all have their ups and downs, man. Everyone does. Sometimes you have to get their attention. That's true. I finished the fast track program last November. The advice was good. No grudges. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You finished the fast track program. That's phenomenal, dude. And as far as branding goes, don't limit yourself to thinking that one is better than another, especially if you're a mechanic. Because at the end of the day, undercarriages wear out. At the end of the day, engines fail, transmissions, everything mechanical will fail at some point. Doesn't matter how well you build it. They're all junk when they're broke. Don't matter what shade of yellow, what shade of truck, it don't matter. It can be Cummins red, cat yellow. When that thing throws a rod through the block, it's junk.
Everything he said is correct, except for one thing. Everything is better than an International. Yes, 100%. Everything is better than.
So what you're saying is the 13-letter shit spreader.
Yes, better than an International.
Well, that is International.
What?
That is the International.
I don't care. Everything is better than an International. Especially if it has a Navistar engine in it.
Oh! Hey, I still
see. Look at his arms. He has hives. I said the N-word, and he has hives.
Navistar. I still have. Remember that one that I was talking about forever ago? No engine from the customer. Still sitting. I found a school bus though. What do you think of this idea? It's a school bus. The dash looks to be the same as what that truck is. And I found a school bus, a whole school bus for sale. And I don't know. I'm thinking about trying to do a transplant. It's got Allison automatic in it. And it's a school bus. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm trying to think about it, but the price is I think he's at $3,500 for the school bus. So
you got to go down and read
I'm gonna
most recent comment.
Whose? So how do you get?
No, not that one.
They all. I like some junk better than others junk. Don't matter what brand they are; they're all junk. They all pay good. That is true.
Well, they can. He typed that dirty.
He typed that word. We don't talk about. Well, is it Navistar or is it Max Force?
Max Force. Well, Navistar is International.
So the 7.3 and the DT 466 were Internationals made by Navistar.
Correct.
So Navistar really isn't the bad word. It's Max Force.
Hold on. So you got to realize you're talking about the company. Their new engine is the A26. Do you know what A26 stands for?
Apparently
it stands for
26
alpha. And the piston diameter, the piston diameter is 260 millimeters. So it's alpha 260. Like that, I watched the intro video to their training and I was like, yeah, this engine's going to suck. They've decided to go like Cummins. They're running everything through their ECM. So all their after treatment, everything through the ECM. That's not going to have problems. And there was something else they did.
Did they buy it from Cummins though?
They're doing something weird with their EGR or something like that, I think.
Hopefully they get rid of it. Cummins swap it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That school bus has an ISB or an ISL in it. And it's good to go. And the dash is all there. The ECM's there. It's a running, driving thing. I think I can make it work, but something I'll have to talk to the customer, or maybe I'll just do it and call the customer and be like, hey, this is your bill.
Hey, here's your truck. You owe me $26,000.
And they're like, it's only worth 20. I might as well keep it. Black smoke. Not ready to go through anything. Like an older 466, not so much max force. Yeah, Rudy, I got a lot of work for John Deere dealer. I had a guy ask me to look at a Hyundai 130. Hyundai. So Hyundai is not a horrible deal. The Hyundai. Am I thinking right? The Hyundai. Yeah. I think they run Komatsu pumps with a Cummins engine. The Hyundai, I believe.
Isn't Hyundai Japanese?
So everything's pretty much Japanese.
Yeah.
When you boil down to it. But I think Hyundai is Korean. I think that's a Korean. I don't know. So basically, all construction equipment really kind of bases back to Japan as far as excavators go.
Yeah.
So Hitachi is Japanese, Komatsu is Japanese, Cat bought Mitsubishi, Japanese. Volvo, I believe, is like Samsung, which is Japanese. Like they all have Japanese roots to excavators. It's weird. Like there's a lot of Japanese roots to excavators. In the evening. Those are fighting words if they're in Kentucky. I worship the 7.3, and that's an International Max Force. International Max Force is garbage. OG International's bulletproof. Well, that's the thing. That's kind of what I was getting at, is the Max Force, I think, is when they started to have some quality control. Well, so like...
Wasn't the 6.0 an international build too?
So was a 6.4.
Yeah.
No, 6.4 I think was Ford's own. I don't remember the 6.4. It was a Flash. It was a bad Flash. It was like, it was like one of those. It was like firework. The 6.4 because it came out real hot and flashy. Everybody's like, "Hey, the 6-liter." Now we got a 6.4. Boom! And then all of a sudden they kept going boom, boom, boom. Like it was a chain reaction. Those babies were popping like flies. If you like, people are like, "Oh, I found this diesel. It's a, it's a good deal. It's way cheaper than the rest." And I'm like, "It's probably got a 6.4 liter in it." Yeah. What do you think about that? Run. Like all I can think of is like the 6.4 and the Max Forces are like that clown in TikTok videos where they're like, "Run." Like that's what you should see. Like if we should do one of those TikToks, Kentucky Tech. We'll get together. I'll dress up as I'll actually wear the Max Force t-shirt, and you can wear like another 6.4 Ford t-shirt or something like that, and we'll both dress up like clowns. And then we'll be like, somebody will be like, "Hey, I'm looking for a truck, a diesel engine, man." And all of a sudden we'll just come around the corner and be like, "Run." It'd be great. I think that's like the greatest thing.
Hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Would it? Put a Max Force shirt on? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? We'd probably get 1 million views on TikTok.
No, he's almost 1 though. But he is walking. So
is
it
he?
feels like he's almost 5. So
does he stumble like Daddy?
No. He just falls flat on his butt. He does walk around like
like he's on WWE. Doosan work. Yeah, Doosan, I forget who they were partnered up with somebody though too. Maybe they were Samsung. I don't know, man. There's so much. Old 7.3 is hard to beat. 6.4 was Ford. Yes, the 6.4 was 2. Yes, so 6.4 was 2 years during a Ford lawsuit. Yeah. Fuel issues on a Doosan. 6.4 is a hand grenade without a pin. I heard Max Force was developed to be a low emissions without SCR. Still ended up needing SCR, so it ended up with junk filtered by junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They needed new fuel injectors, new turbos. I mean, there was a lot those engines needed.
Yeah. I think the mains and the rod bolts were pretty good.
Not entirely.
The bolts.
Oh, maybe.
The
maybe
bolts.
And bolts.
The oil pan bolts I heard were pretty. Yeah, the oil pan gasket was solid on those babies. Let me tell you.
Well, nobody ever ran one long enough to cause a leak. Man, I worked at a shop, as a fleet, and they had a couple Max Forces. The drivers loved them. They said they'd sit their cup of coffee on the dash. They rode so smooth, no vibration, plenty of power. And it's like, okay. And then I reached in and pulled cylinder 4 rod through the side of the block. Yeah, it runs great until it shits a rod out the side.
That's true performance talk, though, right? Like,
well, then why did they put a radiator on it? If everybody knows performance doesn't have radiators.
That's true. Bill Hewitt, powerstrokehelp.com says, don't change the oil in a 6.4, just trade it. It has a 4BT in it, the stepper motor to run the engine speed. It has a Komatsu stepper motor in it. Yes. Okay, yeah. So it should be Komatsu pumps on that Hyundai, I believe, Rudy. To be honest with you. Not enough miles on them 6.4s to remove the oil. Some days you just gotta take your licks. It's we gotta start a full out. Have you guys watched that Quick Dick McDick ever? He's on YouTube and he's from Saskatchewan. He just posted one about trucks and like the brands of trucks, picking on Peterbilt, and he picked on every one of them. He's like, you always know a Peterbilt driver. He's wearing his Carhartt bibs because the heaters are junk, and he's got an ice scraper in his back pocket so he can clean his windshield off or something like that, whatever. And then he said something about, what did he say? Oh, Western Stars. Why Western Stars are liked by logging peoples? Because they only go in the woods where nobody can see them. They're that ugly. And he had everything it was hilarious. It was hilarious. And international, he said something about when they had that new sloped hood that came out. And he's like I don't know. It was hilarious. You have to watch it. Quick Dick McDick on YouTube. Hilarious guy. I owned a 6.4 compound turbos, had studded, traded it. Well, oh my gosh. Yeah, heck yeah. I don't know, that $135 million lawsuit on those engines. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people still out there buying them and trying to keep them going. Like, why? I have 173, 2 6.0s, and a 6.7. All great. Never had the blessing of one missing. That's what it is. I mean, it's wow, right? Wow. And I have a 6.7. I never had I did a bigger jump than that. I had a 7.3, and then I sold that and bought a 6.7. Literally, I went from a 2001 to a 2012. Yeah, 2001 to 2012. When I sold that 2001, it was in 2012. And I still see it drive by the house every once in a while. I mean, what's left of it. I mean, there's no, the bed sides are not really there anymore. The cab corners are non-existent. But that's, Michigan, you have a good heater core. You can get past all them holes in the floors and stuff and just keep her going. No big deal. Settled with who? 6'4" makes the best Cummins swaps because the bodies are still a perfect shape. Yeah, because they never put enough miles on them to go anywhere. Yeah, them 6.7s, I definitely like mine. Gilman's Garage, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
6-0 lawsuit over people that.
If Howard's here, that means Turbo Tai should be coming in, right?
I have no idea. Why?
What?
Oh, whatever. I was like, I haven't seen Tyler. I seen him on Instagram today. He's wearing a sweet shirt.
No product placement there, right?
Mm-hmm. I haven't talked to him in a while. 6-0 lawsuit over people that died in ambulances. International fixed it with a 6.4. That's why Ford made the first DSE. 6.7 Scorpion. The 6.7's good. I love it. Never on the road, so no rust. That's right. They were literally, I think they were in heated garages more than they were out in the cold. For sure. For sure. Kind of like these Max Force engines. Them trucks are good to go. Barely miles on them. They sit when they drive. Oh, I gotta go make some decaf. Are you gonna be all right for a minute?
Yeah, I'm sure they won't beat me up too much.
They might. Good luck. Try to.
Oh
yeah, I don't even know.
So Howard, you're not there with Turbo? I thought he was like staying on your couch in your bedroom or something like that. So what do y'all want to talk about? Oh, yeah. Head on down to Theo's. He's going to have a flash sale on 6.4s tomorrow. See, now that he's gone, you guys need to just post a bunch of random comments. That way he can't catch up. Just comment bomb everything.
It's only like 10 feet away. That's where I had to go. Turbo's busy. For sale. Don't lowball me. I know what I got. Yes, you do. Decaf. Never heard of it. No. I make decaf. So, caffeine. The brewing process begins for decaf now. I like this. Country Mile, I think the lawsuit was 12 and 13 inches, but it seems somewhere for the 6.4. Turbo's not. Not just drink hot water. Okay, I'm clarifying that. Apparently, there's a link for it. I know that you can find parts on Amazon. Third of the price from the dealer. Black smoke. Yeah, so that's how I make decaf. Is I take caffeinated coffee. If you slurp it, it even makes the brewing sound. Other than 2011 to 2013, 6.7 are pretty good, but the 7.3 is the king all day. That's the 444 was a good engine. The only problem with it was you really couldn't get you could get power out of them for sure. I don't know. They were just good engines. They just ran. They had power. They ran. You could put a little tune in them, and they would run. They are, like you said, the only thing that the biggest problems with it is like the oil coolers leaking, the valley, the turbos, the valve cover gaskets were kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, the turbo pedestals were a big pain in the butt. But at the end of the day, they were good engines, reliable. We're gonna have to see what's going on with Kentucky Tech here. But 7.3 or a 5.9 12 valve. I don't even want to get into that comment. That is a sketchy situation right there. Because I don't care either way. Like, same to me. They both run good. The only difference is the trans you put behind them. You know, the Chrysler transmission, I don't think held the power like the Ford did.
Well,
I think that's where the failures happen, right?
Well, it is Theo, so I'm assuming both of them are going to have a manual transmission.
Yeah.
At least with the 12 valve, you can make power.
I do have years of coffee and instant coffee stockpiled. None of it decaf.
Not yet.
Did they understand where I went?
I don't know.
Like, is it
you might be getting too uppity for the rest of us mere mortals down here, you know.
I just
can't keep up with you.
I want to take a leak. That's what I meant by making decaf. Good Lord. Oh yeah, both are good. Flip a quarter on that one. Like, I don't know. There's been so many debates on this, that, or the other thing, 5.9 or the 6 or 7.3 or what's better. Flip a quarter, man. Whichever one you got in your truck, run it. Now the Duramax scene, they're building some good power. I just it is what it is. You know, I don't know. I just never been really a GM guy. I think the Duramaxes are far too complicated for what they need to be when they first came out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they were too complex, but then you could really build the crap out of them. Like, there's guys building the crap out of them all the time. Yep. You can buy parts on Amazon from the dealer for the machine. It's a wiring. Had hacked somebody's. That sucks. CF6 or NV trans are both good, in my opinion. Yes, there you go. Can make a 7.3 beat a 6.7 any day. Cost a lot, but I can do it, and I love the 12L also. Yeah, the Duramax and the 6.0 are similar time period. Yep, for period correctness of that, and the 7.3 and the 5.9, I guess, were the two going at it at that time. GM really didn't have much to offer when the 7.3 came out for a diesel back then, you know. So he's doing good. Complaining about the cold, wrecking water tubs for the cows. The grain is freezing up a little bit, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. Other than that, he's trying to hide out wherever it's warm. That's what he's really trying to do. Feeding the cows and hiding where it's warm. It's all good. Drinking a lot of coffee lately. He's been drinking a lot of coffee. Oh my God. Yeah. I just yawned. We're gonna have to get out of here soon. That might be the sound of an hour and 40 minutes to head off. Plus, everyone else is saying bye. Ag Tech saying bye. Paul Randall. Oh my gosh. My brother from another mother is on there. He gave me some solid advice about some stuff today. Take care, Ag Tech. We are going to hop off here, though, because it is time for me to get the heck out of here. It's been an hour and 40 minutes, and I appreciate Mr. Kentucky Tech coming on tonight. Thank you very much. And,
always a pleasure.
We will let you guys, we'll chat at you next weekend, hopefully. So keep the iron moving. Be good. I'll try to get a video going. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. But we'll make something happen, maybe.
But I'll think about it.
Will do, Paul. We have to schedule something up. I will talk to you guys later. See ya.
See ya.